General Math Review 7, Order of Operations, or Pemdas. The order of operations describes the correct order to simplify expressions. Most of you have seen the order of operations written this way: parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. We call it PEMDAS for short. And the idea is that you start at the top and you work your way down. I do the parentheses first, then the exponents, then multiplication, then division, etc. I'm here to tell you that is wrong. This is the proper way of writing PEMDAS. Yes, you do your parentheses first, whatever's inside, then you take care of your exponents, which are also radicals, but multiplication and division are equal. The way you know how to do multiplication and division is you work from left to right. They're not one, then the other. You work from your left to your right. So that's step 3. Step 4 will be addition and subtraction. Again, you work from left to right. Multiplication and division are the same priority. You always go from left to right. Same thing for addition and subtraction. They are the same priority. Here are a few examples. I have -1 minus a -3. Two negatives means multiplication, a negative times a negative. First thing we do is we circle, then we do the math. Negative times negative is a positive. That gives us -1 plus 3. Now, I have different signs, which means I'm taking away. 3 take away 1 is 2. The 3 is positive. My answer is positive. 16 divided by 4 plus 5. Division comes before addition. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I still have the plus 5. I bring it straight down. 4 plus 5 is 9. 10 times 2 divided by 5. Now here they gave us the parentheses to help us know what to do first. In reality, because I know I need to go from left to right, I know that I have to do the multiplication before I can do division. 10 times 2, 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. -9 plus 3 plus 5 minus 7. Here, the -9 is in parentheses. The parentheses really are not telling me anything important. They're simply designating that the 9 is negative. So I'm going to go from left to right. -9 plus 3 is -6. -6 plus 5 is -1. -1 minus 7, -8. -8 is my answer. Next, I have two sets of parentheses. Again, the -4 is in its own set of parentheses to designate it a negative. Those internal parentheses did not need to be there, and we can ignore them. We always do what's inside the parentheses first. I have a -4 and a -6, gives me -10. -10 and -2 give me -12. Now I'm going to rewrite the problem to make it a little bit neater. I had 1 minus, and then I had my parentheses, -12. Well, a negative times a negative gives you a positive. That gives me 1 plus 12 is equal to 13. Next, I have a very large numerator all over 4. When you have a large numerator, one long line like that, you want to treat that as if it's a parentheses. In reality, it is a parentheses that has not been drawn. Then we do the multiplication from left to right. I have 4 times 2. Well, 4 times 2 is 8. Next, I have minus a negative. Well, negative times a negative is a positive 4. I'm going to rewrite it to make it a little prettier. That gives me 8 plus 4 all over 4. Some of you thinking I can cancel, and the answer is no, you cannot, because there's a plus sign. Remember, I have to take care of the parentheses first. 8 plus 4 is 12 divided by 4. Now I can reduce top and bottom by 4, which gives me 3. Next, I have 9 plus 6 divided by 8 minus 2. Our PEMDAS tells us to do the parentheses first. 8 minus 2 is in parentheses. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to bring everything else straight down. 9 plus 6 divided by 8 minus 2 is 6. Next, I have to do multiplication and division. Here it's division. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 9 plus 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Here we have brackets. Brackets are another way of writing parentheses. Because there's already one set of parentheses in there, the author wrote brackets as the second set of parentheses. This is a standard practice. Having two sets of parentheses or one bracket with another set of parentheses all mean the same thing. We're going to take care of the multiplication division inside the parentheses first. Here the inside parentheses are simply telling me that those items are negative. That gives me a negative times a negative, which is a positive. 6 times 9 is 54. Still inside my brackets. Here I have a negative times a negative. Well, negative times negative is a positive. 3, still inside my bracket, plus a negative 6. Now notice here I have a positive times a negative. Some people like plus minuses. I don't. So positive times a negative is in minus 6. I've taken care of all the multiplication. Now I need to take care of the addition. 54 plus 3 is 57. Since I have done everything inside the brackets, I no longer need them. Minus the 6. 57 take away 6 is 51. In this problem, we have both multiplication and division. Remember, multiplication and division are on equal lines. You simply go from left to right. If I was to multiply first, I would get the problem wrong. I need to do the division first. 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 5 plus 2. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 2. 30 plus 2 is 32. In this problem, we have a combination of exponents, parentheses, division, and subtraction. So what we need to do is follow the order of operations. Order of operations says to do the parentheses first, then the exponents. Well, inside my parentheses, right here, I have 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Also inside my parentheses on the bottom, I have 1 plus 2, which gives me 3. Rewrite the problem to keep it looking nice. 5 squared, I no longer need the parentheses because I did everything inside them, minus 4. All divided by, make sure your division sign is long enough, 3 squared minus 2. So parentheses I've done. Next, exponents. 5 squared is 25, minus 4. 3 squared is 9, minus 2. I've done the exponents. Now we need to do subtraction. You're going to say, wait a second, doesn't division come before subtraction? No. Remember, this is basically one set of parentheses. If they wanted to, they could have written one set of parentheses or a bracket all the way across the top and then another one all the way across the bottom. They didn't need to because the division symbol acts like the parentheses. So I need to take care of that addition and subtraction first because now I'm back in the parentheses. Move the problem so it looks a little bit nicer. 25 minus 4 is 21 over 9 minus 2 is 7. Now I need to look at for multiplication and division. In this case, just division. I can reduce both by 7, which is equal to 3. In this problem, we're going to simplify using PEMDAS. First, I'm going to look inside the parentheses. Now realize, they put two sets of parentheses. It would also be common for them to put brackets right here. Please don't get confused between parentheses and brackets. Inside the parentheses, I have 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. It's still being squared. Now, there's nothing left to happen inside the parentheses, so whether you put the parentheses there or not is up to you. Plus, here I have two sets of parentheses. 11 plus 4 is the first subset of parentheses. 11 plus 4 gives me the 15. I still have my large set of parentheses. I have the 15. Again, I don't need the second set. Plus, Now I have 2 squared. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that now. The 2 squared gives me 4, and we're still inside that large set of parentheses. 6 squared, now I'm taking care of the exponents, and I'm still working on the parentheses. 6 squared is 36 plus, inside these parentheses, 15 plus 4 is 19. I'm finished with the parentheses, so I don't need to rewrite them. I've completed all the exponents and the parentheses. I look for any multiplication or division. There is none. It's already been taken care of inside. So now I'm on addition and subtraction. 36 and 19 gives me 55. Here, they gave us the brackets, but the brackets cover everything, so they're not actually needed. Inside the parentheses, I have 2 division problems. So I'm going to move from left to right, and we'll keep rewriting this problem to make it neat. 24 divided by 2 is 12. I still have the divided by 2, and all of that is still inside the parentheses because I didn't finish. I still have the division sign, nothing changed there. Now in the second set of the parentheses, I have an exponent and I have a multiplication. I'm going to take care of both of those before I touch the subtraction. I still have the parenthesis. 3 squared is 9. The subtraction sign didn't go anywhere. 2 times 3 is 6. And I still have the squared. Starting back on the left, 12 divided by 2 is 6. It's still being squared. Now you can put the parentheses there if you want or not. We're finished with them. Divided by 9 minus 6 is 3. Squared, again, the parentheses are optional at this point. 6 squared is 36, divided by 3 squared is 9. So we took care of the parentheses, then the exponents, and now the division. 36 divided by 9 is 4, and we are finished. Notice I didn't bring down the large brackets because they didn't actually do anything for me.